Heading into week 16 rather, I'm looking at the standings. Two teams have clinched. We're still only a game up on the Chiefs with a big matchup coming next week. 9-5, and they're sitting 8-6. That's a big must-win game, I feel like, against Denver coming up. They're at the bottom of our division. We're riding, I think, a 6-game win streak now, 5 or 6. Haven't lost in a long time. Last game against Denver, if you'll recall, was week 2. Got down 28 points in the first half. Pretty much everything that could go wrong did go wrong. And somehow everything that could go right went right in the second half. And we brought it back, tied it up, and won it in overtime, which is pretty sweet. It's one of my more favorite games, I think. It's definitely fun to play. 9-5, so yeah, we were 4-5 at one point. Just riding a 5-game win streak, trying to make it 6 here. We have lucked out with a couple easy matchups. Baltimore and Pittsburgh are pretty tough, but Cincy and Denver here in Arizona, there's quite a few that should be gimmies. We have to cash in on. Alright, let's get cracking. Back in the black hole.
Through interceptions.
Right away, it's 3rd and 17 to start off the first drive for Denver.
Or do you challenge them? This is going to be
defense has been shaping up lately. Well, in large part because we have most of the team healthy now, finally. Keenum just threw one. Up for grabs, basically a punt, honestly. I wouldn't be upset if I had to get an interception. But I'm happy to get it.
At the 36-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will...
All right, fast forward a couple minutes here. Finally hit the screen pass, which last week we saw how bad that could be. Didn't do anything this time either, but at least I didn't fumble it.
But a nice little gain. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down.
57-yarder. That's in Carlson's range, barely.
There. You like the call?
It helps to have a 13-mile-per-hour wind blowing it kind of forward, diagonal, kicking against that wind, I definitely could have made.
In this case, it didn't happen.
We're off 3-0 here.
Following the interception,
next possession, Denver.
Are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive?
First play of the drive here.
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't.
Another big one-hit play, 75 yards. Easy money. I don't know what I was on with that safety, but I controlled and kind of ran him away from the play.
Emmanuel Sanders with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that.
It's strange to be playing from behind, especially against these guys.
Correct on both counts.
I keep checking that ticker at the bottom, looking for a DC score, but I'm not there.
The kickers in today's game
keep an eye out now.
Are so good and so
Marshawn,
and hit from distances
on our opening play of the next drive, got a one-play touchdown of our own. I believe that was second longest of the year. I think he hit a 77-yarder against the Chargers. Now we're within 25 yards, 1,000-yard mark, which I'm well aware of. I'd like to hit it. I feel like he's been close to the team. I like to get him a little milestone.
He just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness?
Little hill quicker in the end zone, just for good measure.
For the defensive guys, they're hoping those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He sets to fire deep.
Right there, I got burnt. I'm glad Boone couldn't throw it all the way. He leads that receiver, and that's another big play. But he underthrew it perfectly to where he threw it just as many steps behind the receiver as I was. So I got dusted there on that route.
This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Probably what the coach was thinking too. Wide open.
Lynch and the Raider offense heading
there we go. Lynch, 975, 17 hasn't rushed the ball all that much. Most of his touchdowns have only been from 1 or 2 yards out. He's kind of a finisher on drives.
They just gave up a sack there.
Nothing happened in that possession here. Now into the second quarter.
And just looking really
Seeing them
close,
back out,
They
these
really
guys.
are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in.
We have 2 picks, and we're feeling hungry for the ball.
The quarterback's been getting
Snagging another one.
Time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Thought that I had a shot to take this.
Gilchrist.
Lineman was a little bit too bad. If I could have snuck around him, I think I had 6 points right there.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
So 3 interceptions on the day. That's pretty good. Had I had those in week 2, I wouldn't have given up 35 points.
It is the season of giving, maybe for his own sake after the game.
All right. Same drive, trying to turn turnover into points here.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Sliding out
In
of the
my head,
pocket.
the computer puts a lot more stock into my team than they
And he's
actually do.
going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard
So I was thinking that they were thinking that I'd go to Marshawn. That's why I called play action down there.
Sack of the year.
He's my bread and butter.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations.
No, my least favorite lead in the game, 6 points.
And isn't
Going up 6
100
points.
the magic
Such
number
a
for
worthless
a really
lead.
good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really
Same as
shatter
3.
that and have a profound effect on this game.
Look at that sack. Missed it.
Well,
Got a nice break up with the speed and
He can
push
hold
4th
on.
down.
Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th
Keenum
down.
out 6 completions and 3 completions.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just
That was
shows
the
how
only ball it
difficult
actually
it is to
did,
pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And McManus able on the carry, and that'll get him
All
to
right.
3rd and 4.
Fast forward, second half. I'm already kind of in milk
They'll
cloth
keep pounding
mode
here with
as long as I can
Lynch.
score in this drive.
And he'll be stopped
I
just
got caught up
outside
there
the
with
5
Lynch.
at the
That wasn't
6.
clean.
He needed 3.
I'm
He
going
got
for it
2. Now
because
that'll set up an interesting situation.
Feeling
here
good
on
about my
4th and a
defense, and I
yard.
want to get a couple more points in the game.
Running for it. Here's Lynch.
I don't know how that
And
truck
boy, is
stick
he
hit for it.
close.
I
Did
don't
he
know why I
get
wasn't
there?
going fast either, but
No,
somehow
they're
I got
gonna
stopped.
say he's short the
Sam
line
set
to
himself the
gain.
game.
Yard penalty
Granted,
certainly not
about
helping their
80 of
cause
those
here.
yards
Second
came in one
down
play.
and long.
But I turned the ball over now and kind of not regretting it yet.
From the gun,
Because my
here's
defense has
Keenum.
been good. They've been getting the ball
He's
back
gonna
a lot.
loft one deep
After I
left
see a
side
ball
here.
up in the air like that, I
And for
know.
the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
That little blue guy keeps getting bigger because he's getting some confidence. He's shown up
And
4
a
times.
big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Just a little strength and brawn. It's also a game of
Nothing happening
mismatches,
again
and they're
after
trying
a
to create
punt.
one
I wasn't
there.
inside the
Get
5,
into
so
the back out of the backfield.
we start
to make a
driving
bigger
again.
play.
Big sack there.
Big loss here as he's taken down. Cody Ely in there to drop it for
4th
his
sack of the
second
day.
sack
I think
now
that's
here
leading
tonight.
all that pressure and
That's number
leading
4.
to
Sack number
interceptions
4.
too.
They
And I'm
had
not
4
knocking
last
down.
week,
I'm
so he's been down
forcing
on the
his
ground
hand
a
and
lot.
having him throw
Partner,
up
they say
some
the eye in the
ill-advised
sky does
passes.
not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watch the game tape from the previous week, incorporate it into their own defensive scheme.
See if I can get to him again. There we go.
He's gonna go down
Hurst's
again.
been my sack leader, I believe, all year. Yeah, right there, 10th sack of the year, and last week.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher.
Do user him a
5
lot.
sacks now that they've given up in this
Just good
contest
at
so far.
getting through the line.
It feels
3rd
like
and
the witching
28.
hour
I'm
out
not
here,
feeling this
doesn't it?
threat. I did knock him all the way out of
What's the
field
witching-
goal, so
witching
it's
hour?
still
Yeah, the witching hour.
I don't
is
wanna
when
give him
everything
anything
goes
here.
haywire late at night.
And I take the ball back.
My goodness.
Interception
Another
number 5. I
interception.
believe that's a record for me
Picked
this
off
year.
at the 30.
If it's not, then I'm only tied it. There's no way I've had 6.
At the 30 comes 3rd and goal.
Once again, here I am, not throwing anything in offense. And they get the ball and they drive all the way down. 15 seconds left.
Stop him behind the line.
Barring
Raiders gonna go ahead and use the second of their
Minnesota
timeouts.
Vikings-esque
That'll leave them with
kicking
just 1
disaster.
remaining in this
If we're
4th
going to
quarter of
overtime.
play. So on 4th down, out trots the
I'm sure a lot of
kicker
teams have
in a
had
big
kicking
spot
woes
here.
this close.
This to
They're the one
potentially
that hits
send
home
us
for
to
me.
overtime. And McManus able to put it through. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. 33.
Trying to make something happen here. We got a timeout left. If I can just throw it and get down.
They've got his man complete. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
You know it's serious when I'm not taking the suggested
What
plays. I'm
pressure
following my plays.
as this thing all rests on the foot of Daniel Carlson. This from 55
The icing, I don't
yards
really care
out,
about
and
that.
will
Hasn't
get
really
a
worked all
timeout
year.
here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Still feeling pretty good about it. Just put it on the left goalpost with the wind.
As this thing all rests on the foot
Let
of
it do its
Daniel
thing.
Carlson. This from 55 yards out.
And
that is
damn,
no
push that
good.
just a little to the left.
Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work.
Field goal and
Where's
give
that
the other
wind
team
at?
a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. They'll run it
Opening
now.
drive,
Here they
I got the
And
ball on the
inside
one.
the 20 at the 19.
This is all on the first
That
drive.
one good
Working
for
over
10
2 minutes
yards.
now.
And it'll be second and very short. Again, it's Richard.
Jalen Richard's having himself a drive here. Back-to-back rushes for 20 yards, and I didn't include. He had a little hit him on the screen too. So I'm pretty sure the whole drive's been
From the
him.
gun, it's Carr.
And I'm gonna keep riding the hot hand and throw it to him here. That was the idea. So I got smacked in the mouth. The linebacker stayed home though, so I didn't really have it. Jesus, I just saw Denver sack me 8 times. No wonder Carr's always in the IR. My offensive line, I have 2 studs.
So they get pushed back to
Up
the
there,
11,
center and left
here's
guard. I
second
need
and
to
goal.
get 3 more pieces. I'm definitely drafting a lineman in the upcoming draft just because
They
there's so
give
many
it to him
holes
running
there.
left.
There it is.
He's into the end
Munch
zone.
jumping in. Munch broke 1,000 yards in this game. He got his 18th touchdown. Like I said, he's the pulse to the team whenever we really need something to happen. He's the one who does it. Alright, that's 6 straight games. We're up to 10 and 5. We may have locked the playoff spot. Depends on what Kansas City does. We may have blocked it even if they won. I don't know. I don't know the tiebreaker situation right now. But I'll catch you guys in the big Week 17 matchup against the Chiefs. Where if we win there, we absolutely are in the playoffs,
So
which
for
is
the
pretty sweet.
Raiders,
Going from 4 to
it's an
5
important
to 10
win
and
for the
5.
playoff hopes
Pretty
as they
happy
hit
with
the
this team.
10-win
Are
mark
stoked
now
too. Look at
at
it.
10 and 5.
All right, I'll catch you guys
And they
next
will
week.
hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs.